Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, well, wait a minute, but that's a bit slack. Just dropped out. Just no preparedness and kind of a yeah, all over the show. The shed shops found me again too. Hey Peter, hey Stuart. Sorry guys, Judy and Randy, g'day. Bit of a all over the show sort of a night, to be honest. Didn't get home till late, but got it working. This is less than ideal. I think I probably need to have, I should have charged my tablet this morning, but it didn't happen. Apologies for that. Forgot to plug it in before I left. I was late leaving anyway. Ankles. Yeah. There is no ankles. Hey, Stuart. Oh, thanks, Stuart. Appreciate that. Bit slack actually. There's 9 here now, which is more than before, so that's all right. But just disorganised. No other reason. It's all happening. What did I do yesterday? I went down to it's my only day off really so far. Oh, yeah, I was here Sunday, but Sunday was a relaxing day because Sunday got. I just need a day to recharge a bit, watch some TV, and sit round and do that sort of stuff. Because, to be honest, yeah, it's been months since I've had a day like that. So got that sorted, and then worked on Monday, and then Tuesday I went down to Marcus's. Um, and it picked up all those bits and did a little bit of work. Made those couple of keys for the shaft and got everything going. Gonna run it out to Graham O'Keefe here in this end of Brisbane and get him to bore them on the HBM. I think that's the easiest way to get those bearings sorted. And then it should be ready to go down to the working bee, which we're having on the 4th or something, 4th and 5th or something like that of March. And we can get all that back together and looking pretty good, I think. It'd be nice to have it all back together. There's still lots of things to do, but it'd be nice to get the spindle back in it and look good. It's about time. 4th and 5th, Dan said he's onto it. He's got a calendar. What else? And then I called in to see a mate yesterday afternoon and ended up chatting with him for 6 hours or something. We ended up talking about stuff. Old friends, heavy horses, very, very similar interests. Englishman. Spring is a good mate, and it's good to catch up with him, call in out of the blue, and end up with several cups of tea and quite a lot of fruitcake, and a walk around the 10 acres later, I come home, and that was about my day. Hey, Paul. This drafting desk is quite light. Wait, actually, this little one, it's only a little desk. It's quite nice, and it's in pretty good condition. Unfortunately, in a vertical position, horizontal position like that, it fills up with too much junk. That's a bit of an issue, but it's a pretty useful thing. That was kind of it. And work again this morning. I probably should have got up a bit earlier, but didn't happen. Russ Knox, welcome back. Thanks everyone coming and finding the second feed because yeah, I was a bit slack. Just dropped out and then dropped out enough that I couldn't get the old one back. Usually I can, but bit of a sore throat too. Don't know why that is. Feeling a bit run down maybe. My grandfather would have said I need mutton bird on a string, and that pretty well covers it. It's the sore throat fixture. Treatment for sore throat, you get a mutton bird. Which is one of those weird native animals from Tasmania and Siberia. A migratory bird, lives in a little tunnel. The short-tailed shearwater, as it's properly known. I had to look that up, but very interesting bird, which migrates to, I think, to Siberia. Short-tailed or slender-billed shearwater. There you go. Yeah. Unfortunately, they have a lot of residual body fat because of the colder places they live and the migratory passages, and happen to live on the beach in a fairly windy environment, so they're kind of a bit sort of slippery when you cook them up. That's all, a bit salty. Well, they're not actually salty if you don't cook them up. They're just a bit gamey. If you don't salt them down, they're not salty. Yeah, so cooked mutton bird on a string is probably the best thing. But yeah, a couple of cooked birds, of fresh birds, would be really nice, Bill. If you have one for me, if you've got some going, because they're really a delicacy if they're cooked right. Journeyman Randy, 4 weeks today since the knee surgery. You're doing great. That's excellent. Good to hear. Becoming a machine. Yeah. One of my mates dropped by today and sold me some earrings. Well, cost price. He's a jewellery student and he makes some cool stuff. I think these are pretty cool. Actually, I've had these ones a couple of weeks. It's another pair that he dropped by today, but these are silver barbed wire twists. They're kind of cool. What else happened today? I went to work, put up with it. Didn't fix a lot of watch. Excuse me. Didn't fix any watches much. Did a few watch batteries. Sort of didn't wasn't as passionate about stuff as I could have been. I did a few quotes. But pretty slack sort of a day, to be honest. My fault, but I think I am coming down with a sore throat or something. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. Not that much happy with it. Um, Probably need to hang some artwork here in this room at some point and move some benches in. That'll be the next couple of weeks' jobs. A bit at a time, van load at a time. Have a lot of stuff. Everyone's going to the Florida Flywheelers. I'd love to be going too. Sheet shop. That looks like a pretty good event. But we're getting to the stage where we've got our own event nearly, so it's fun enough. And it's nice to go and catch up and work on my own machines. Is got a bit of a list of things that need doing. If anyone wants jobs for on the roller. So far, this is I don't even need to read it. So that's sort of the list of things that really just need doing. Need some crater grease. Anyone wants to or knows where to get some crater grease or an Australian product that's as good or better, hit me up. Workshop space, yes, there's plenty enough room here for. Ian had some, but got to get it from Ian. That's the thing, and he's the other end of the country. He might post a box up. We'll see how we go. Dances with Aardvarks, g'day. Yeah. I don't know how much more I've got to actually share, to be honest, tonight. There is. Oh, advance on workshop space, yeah. There is room here. There's 3-phase power and all that sort of stuff. So there's room for a couple of machines here. And there's a spare room for construction and work, sort of a workshop bench. A room for putting things together and doing a bit of handwork, that sort of thing. So, better get some benches moved in, that's all. What else? Yeah, no, there's a working bee on the 4th and 5th, I think, of March. Did I say that? I think I got that right the second time round. At Dan's at Shannondale. If anyone wants to come and do some manual labour, you're very welcome to. No shortage of manual labour to do. And probably there won't be anything in steam this time round, unless Dan gets one of his railway locomotives fired up. No news from Tom at Hilltop Machine Works. I haven't heard anything. I did see some videos about the fire. Poor guy, nice guy, Tom. We might stand Christian's Boiler on Saturday night. There you go. there you go. You've got a promise for a steam engine in steam. Some of the jobs on the roller, one is some boiler cladding. That's well down the list, but I've got to measure up the cladding and stuff and sort of start getting that organised, I guess. Before that happens, the boiler's got to have a coat of paint. So these are some jobs that probably won't even get started this next weekend. Boiler's got to have a coat of paint, and to do that, it's really got to have all the loose stuff and the crap off it first, and back to whatever it needs, or bare metal or undercoat or whatever. And then a decent coat of paint on it, and then it's got to have a metal cage built around it, which is basically 3 or 4 hoops, which are rolled up and then screwed together with prop out pieces to hold it on the boiler, and then longitudinal places along the edges of all the sheets, so that they're fully supported. So originally it would have been timber and strapping, or timber and some sort of strapping to hold it all together, and then the sheeting goes over the top. But I'm going to make a metal cage, I think. Other job is that there's 2 water level test cocks on the border, which are on the opposite side, on the left hand side to the water glass, the water level glass. So they've got a top and a bottom one, which should be an emergency water level check, but they seem to be stuck up, so they've got to come out and get sort of half cleaned up and put back in, made to work. I'd be down for that, Bill. You're pretty helpful. Rescue 2 Mickey Mouse watches. I wonder what sort. There's a big end that needs investigating. The boys went and did a road run with it the other weekend, and I think we covered that a bit, but they did, I don't know how many kilometres, 30-something kilometres, and it's developed a bit of a noise in the left-hand side big end after a continuous day's work. It seems to have gone away after they oiled it. Now, that could be anything from a blocked oiler to a bad bearing to a shell that's moved, or a shim that's come out, or a shaft that's picked up, or something serious. But once pulling off and cleaning it and seeing how bad it actually is before we get it going again. So that's another project that we need to sort out. A few gaskets to make. There's a few jobs. I mean, if you're into doing something, there's plenty to do. Anyway, Joe's home, so I'm about done here. I might go and catch up with him. Where we going? It's 8:45, and I feel like I'm a bit sort of slack tonight, but we'll get stuff. G'day, I'll come out in a minute. Yeah, get things a bit more organised next week. Today I'm just not feeling it. And sorry guys. Joe's there. He just got home. He may or may not be dressed. Otherwise, I'd take the camera out. I'm sure he actually is, but he probably wants to lift with some stuff, I think. Got a truck to get rid of the Rego, Dan says. That's right. There's a Jacko boiler and 3 steam engines that need some work. Belong to Christian. There's some work to be done on the portable, I think. There's plenty to do. Anyway. And we've got a sawmill shaft to put back in. We won't get everything done. I'm not feeling anything. Anyway, I might call it at that. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate you joining in tonight because it's kind of nice to catch up with people. But I'll try and get a bit more organised, and hopefully as the weeks go on we'll have a bit more workshop space and some actual projects happening, which is exciting. So anyway. The shed shop, absolutely. I'm really slack with posting out stickers. Right. Hey, look, anyone who wants a sticker out of me, send me an email. missemajade@gmail.com. Send me an email and I will do my best to actually make an effort to get some stickers out. I know where they are. It's just a matter of posting them out. I might even include some other goodies as well. So anyone who wants that, just hit me up, send me an email. missemajade@gmail.com, and all lowercase, all together, one word. MISSEMMAJADE @gmail.com, and I'll absolutely get onto you, and we'll have some correspondence, and I'll post some stuff out because I'm way overdue on that. Anyway, we'll catch you. I'm out, and thanks for joining in, and we'll see you next week if there's no video before.